What's up, my friends? Welcome to New View Tech Review. My name is David Gelly, and today I'm going to give you a studio tour and go through all of my equipment. So, let's get to it. So, I've had some of you asking me over the past few months to do a studio tour, and since I'm still in the middle of testing the Google Pixel 3, I figured I'd take some time to show you around. But probably not in the way you'd likely expect. This awesome company called iStaging sent me some of their equipment. It's normally used for VR house tours in the realty world, but I figured I'd combine their cool software with a studio tour. And just so you know, this video is not sponsored by iStaging. Also, I'll be posting Amazon affiliate links to all of my equipment in the description down below. There's absolutely no extra cost to you, but by purchasing items through those links, it does help me out a bit by getting a small percentage of each sale. Alright, enough of that crap. Let's dive in. Alright, so here we are diving into a little virtual reality world of my studio. Let's go to full screen here. So I apologize for kind of the choppy video. That's kind of what I get for screen recording and going on the internet on the same computer, but that's what I have to do to make this work. So here's my studio as you guys know it. Here's the background, which you guys are used to seeing, but you're not used to seeing all the junk laying around. That's the beauty of editing and camera angles. There's my hair light back there. And studio lights, iPad, camera, and that's about it. And all my boxes up there of all the crap I've bought over the past year or so. So let's dive into what I use, starting down here. So right here, I just got this USA Gear camera backpack off of Amazon. It was $49.99. Works great for what I need it for, if I ever need to be on the go with my camera. And then this gray and white card is extremely important. I use it every day, or every time I shoot it, I should say. And yeah, it's just this 12 by 12 inch little card that can fold up. I got it for $7.50 off of Amazon. It was quite a good deal. It's still that price, I believe. But I use that for checking white balance and the grayscale and everything like that. So it's great. And then moving on over here, we got these sandbags. Pretty self-explanatory, I guess. They're made by Studio FX. It was a 4-pack. Got it for about 16 bucks. It works great. Just helps balance out the rigs and everything. So that's nice to have, and a pretty good price, and you can see it kind of back there too. All right, so we'll move on to the computer. Inside what I'm editing with for audio and video, I got Final Cut Pro, which is pretty standard for most YouTubers. It's really straightforward, really easy. It's pretty expensive, $299, but it's great. And then Logic Pro for my audio while I'm recording. A lot of people will go straight into their camera. You can do that with some good XLR adapters, which I'll get to, but I like to just go through an interface into my laptop, and the audio sounds much better that way. I have to do syncing and post, but that's fine with me. Some people don't like doing that, but whatever. All right, so moving on. The laptop here is a MacBook Pro 2015, 15-inch Retina display, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 250 gigabyte solid state hard drive. You can get it for about $1,500, I believe, on Amazon. You can probably find it on eBay as well. I got it from a friend for around $1,300, which is pretty good. And then up here, it's a Lex Pro balanced XLR cable, 6 foot long. Got it for $12. I got a bunch of these different colors for different situations. If I'm going into my camera, left and right, if I'm doing stereo, they're really good cables, really solid cables to use. So I highly recommend getting those if you need some XLR cables. And I guess we'll continue up here. This is the beautiful Audio-Technica AT875R for $169, and for the sound quality that comes out of this thing is pretty incredible for that price. You know, most people are purchasing, I can't remember which one it is, but there's a pretty famous one that people use all the time. It's right around $1,000, and it doesn't sound that much better than this one. I mean, you can get away with something like this. So I highly recommend picking this up if you need a good microphone for audio. And down here, my interface is just a cheap Behringer audio interface. It's got 2 inputs, 4 outputs, around 80 bucks. You can get different ones that have fewer inputs and outputs for a little bit cheaper, but this thing works great. I know Behringer isn't a very good brand, but it works for what I need it for. Let's keep moving this way. Let's go up here. Inside this light, I have these LED corncob lights. Here's some information on it that I just grabbed off of Amazon. It was like $35.99 for a 4-pack, and they last really long instead of the spirally condenser light bulbs. I don't know what you call them, but these last a lot longer, and they're super bright. So I recommend getting some of those if you need replacements in your studio lights. And then we will go down here to my ND filter, which I use for getting a super high or low f-stop, high f-stop, fast f-stop. So if you really want that shallow depth of field and too much light is coming in, you get this, and it's a variable ND filter by SLR Magic, and it is amazing. It's really good. It goes with my lens, which I'll get to in a little bit here. But yeah, 179 bucks, which is expensive, but it's really nice to have if you really want to get that shallow depth of field, especially when you're outdoors. And we'll go up here to the tripod setup I got. I got a Manfrotto 502. It was about 158 bucks. And then the Zomi Q555, $74.99. It's a pretty good stand. I'm sure you could get a lot better. All right, let's get to the camera. This is my favorite part. So right here, I got the Panasonic GH5. You can get it for about $1,500, maybe a little bit less or more depending on where you're looking, but it is a beast for video. It's not necessarily good for photography. I mean, it can do that for sure, but it's definitely more aimed towards videography and video production. So I'm in love with that camera. It's a beauty. And then we got the Viltrox EFM2 adapter, so I can put Canon lenses on the Micro Four Thirds GH5. So you can adapt a bunch of Canon lenses, EF Canon lenses to it. So, and then speaking of Canon lenses, I got the Canon EF 24-70 f2.8 Mark II. That's about 1,600 bucks. That's really expensive, but you can get them cheaper on eBay and stuff. But it's a really good lens. It's very versatile and you can do a lot with it. So I highly, highly recommend that if you're looking for a good main lens to use. And then speaking of the XLR adapters that I mentioned earlier, I got the Panasonic DMW XLR1, and it doesn't need any battery power or anything, and that's about 400 bucks. It works pretty well, and it's got 2 XLR adapters in it and just goes straight into the camera for audio, so that's really nice to have. And then I got the Parrot teleprompter for $98, and you can just put your iPhone in it. Maybe I can zoom up here. Yeah. So it's just right there, and then the iPhone just goes right down here at the bottom of it, and it just reflects off the little mirror, and you can read off the teleprompter. All right, moving on. So up here we got the GVM bicolor LED light. It's $75.99. I use this for the backlight. Kind of creates like a spotlight behind me, and that's why I put it up high so it doesn't hit my face and overexpose my face. So that thing's really good. Oh, I can't forget up here, hiding up here, this is for the overhead shots that I use for unboxings. I got a Pengshi 11-inch magic arm. There's some information on it there. It's $29.99. It's pretty good, heavy duty arm. There's definitely better magic arms out there, but this one's, it works for the GH5 and the heavy Canon lens that I got. And then connecting to that up to the boards up there, I have a newer, I don't know how you pronounce that, whatever, wall mount boom arm thing, and it just comes straight down, and then it connects to my magic arm, and that's about 25 bucks. All right, moving on. Oh yeah, and there's a black hole up here apparently. Yeah, that's just what the VR eye staging thing did, which looks kind of cool to be honest. All right, so here we got light stands, Emart light stands. It was a 2-pack. They're pretty heavy duty for 60 bucks. They're great. I love them. I recommend them. And then the soft boxes, the 3 of them, that was about $126 by Studio FX. There's the model number. They're really good for what they are. And moving on, down here we got the Tokina DX2 11-16 f2.8 for 400 bucks. That thing's great for wide angle shots. I don't use it too much, but when you do need a wide angle shot, it is beautiful. Highly recommend that one. And then holding my iPad up there is this tablet stand. I don't even know what the brand is. I couldn't figure it out on Amazon, but it's just this adjustable tablet stand for about 18 bucks. It's kind of this metal looking thing. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Well, maybe I shouldn't have even shown you guys that. Anyway, and then we got the iPad right here. I use that connected to my GH5 through the Wi-Fi, and you can see there, let me zoom up again. It gives me a monitor, a wireless monitor, so I can see myself and adjust focus and other tools in stop and record with the red button down there. It's a lifesaver, especially if you're a YouTuber in a studio setting and it's just you pulling the strings and doing everything. It's so handy. I definitely couldn't recommend the Panasonic GH5 camera more with the monitoring system. It is absolutely amazing and helpful. All right, moving on back here, we have my hair light. Just kind of shines on my side a little bit. It's also by Nueer. It's an LED light, about 80 bucks. And it has the little wing arm cover things you can't really see. And then back here for the artwork that I have back here, I got 3 paintings for like 30 bucks by Gardenia Art. I don't know. It was just something to put in the background. And last but not least, I have these acoustic foam panels. You can get them on Amazon for a 12 pack for 20 bucks, and they're each a square foot. They're great. You can find them on Amazon, you know, larger packs for cheaper if you want. And I just lined my whole ceiling and part of back here just to help dampen the sound. And that's about it, guys. Oh, and these little letters I got from Target. Each of them were like 5 bucks. So yeah, I recommend those if you need some little light up letters. And here's the Pixel 3 that I'm reviewing. Woohoo! Well, it's just the box, but woohoo! That's coming. All right, guys. So that's my studio. Nothing too impressive, but I hope I answered some questions and gave you guys some ideas. If you guys have any other thoughts or questions or video recommendations, just comment below and let me know. And that's the end of the tour for now. That's all I had for you today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this little studio and equipment tour. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.